Imagine this: a man who was one of Israel's most wanted enemies, hidden 60 feet underground inside a heavily fortified bunker in Beirut. But then, from the sky, came a strike so powerful and so precise that it shattered layers of concrete and rock and ended the life of Hassan Nasrallah, the powerful chief of Hezbollah. This is the story of how Israel pulled off one of its boldest missions in years, a mission that shook the Middle East. To understand the importance of this strike, you first need to know who Hassan Nasrallah was. Nasrallah was not just a politician nor just a militia leader. He was the face of Hezbollah, the Iran-backed group based in Lebanon that has fought wars with Israel, launched thousands of rockets, and gained enormous influence in Lebanese politics. For many in the Shiite community of Lebanon, Nasrallah was seen as a protector. For Israel and the West, he was one of the most dangerous men in the region. He rose to power in the 1990s and transformed Hezbollah into more than just a militia. It became a political party, a social movement, and a military powerhouse. Under him, Hezbollah developed advanced rocket systems, dug underground tunnels, and created secret bunkers. For Israel, Nasrallah represented more than just a threat. He was the mastermind and the brain behind Hezbollah's strategy. Taking him out was not just about killing one man, it was about striking the very heart of the organization. So why now? Why did Israel decide to go after him at this moment? The answer lies in the events that happened in the recent years. After the Hamas attack on Israel in October 2023, Hezbollah began escalating attacks on the northern border of Israel. Rockets were fired into Israeli territory. Israel, already under pressure in Gaza, knew that fighting on two fronts could be absolutely disastrous. Taking out Nasrallah was not just about revenge, it was a strategic decision. Hezbollah had grown stronger than ever as it was supplied with weapons and money by Iran. They had tens of thousands of rockets pointed at Israel. Nasrallah was the one coordinating these moves, rallying Hezbollah's forces and making speeches. By eliminating him, Israel hoped to weaken Hezbollah's command structure and send a chilling message to Iran. But there was a challenge. Nasrallah was extremely cautious. He lived in secrecy, rarely came into public, and spent most of his time underground by moving through hidden tunnels and fortified bunkers. Finding him would take years of intelligence work, and killing him would take one of the most daring airstrikes Israel has ever launched. The key to this operation was intelligence, and Israel is known for having some of the best spy networks in the world. Mossad, Israel's intelligence agency, and the IDF's military intelligence unit had been working to penetrate Hezbollah for years. They recruited informants, hacked into their communication systems, intercepted their calls, and even monitored movements with advanced satellites and drones. Reports suggest Israel had been targeting Hezbollah's senior commanders, one by one. Each strike was not random, it was rather a part of a larger chess game leading up to Nasrallah himself. But the real breakthrough came when Israel discovered the location of one of Hezbollah's most secretive bunkers. This underground complex was said to be 60 feet deep and fortified with reinforced concrete hidden beneath civilian areas in the southern suburbs of Beirut, known as Dahiyeh. Finding Nasrallah inside this bunker was not easy. Israel likely used signals intelligence along with human spies on the ground and aerial surveillance to confirm his presence. If Israel launched the strike and missed it, it's pretty sure that the Hezbollah would know their cover was blown. But if they succeeded, it would be a once-in-a-lifetime victory. Now the only question left is, how do you destroy something buried so deep underground? Nasrallah's bunker was not just any basement, it was a fortress. To take it out, Israel would need something far more powerful than regular bombs. That's where bunker-busting bombs come in. Reports say Israel dropped as much as 80 tons of these bombs on the target. The goal wasn't just to hit the bunker, but to make sure nothing and no one inside could survive. To avoid tipping off Hezbollah, Israel also launched electronic warfare for jamming communications, disabling early warning systems and ensuring that Nasrallah had no idea what was coming. And when the bombs finally hit, the ground shook. The buildings above collapsed, and 60 feet below the bunker was crushed. On that night, Israel launched one of its most daring missions in decades. Dozens of fighter jets filled up Lebanese airspace. Precision-guided bunker-busting bombs were released in rapid succession, targeting the exact coordinates of Nasrallah's underground hideout. Civilians in the area reported the ground trembling as if an earthquake had struck. Smoke and dust rose into the sky. Inside the bunker, there was no time left to react, no chance for escape, and within moments, Nasrallah and several top Hezbollah commanders were dead. Hezbollah tried to stay silent at first, but rumors spread quickly on social media. Was Nasrallah alive? Was this just another false alarm? But within days, Hezbollah confirmed it. Hassan Nasrallah, the man who had led the group for over 3 decades, was gone. For Israel, they succeeded. For Hezbollah, it was a devastating blow. For Israel, this was a massive victory. For many decades, Nasrallah had taunted Israel, led wars against it, and orchestrated countless attacks. His elimination was both symbolic and strategic. But Israel also knew this was not the end. Hezbollah still had thousands of rockets, and Iran still had influence, therefore retaliation was almost guaranteed. The strike sent a powerful message that Israel can and will reach deep into enemy territory, no matter how secure the target thinks they are. But it also raised a dangerous question. Did Israel just cross a red line? Would Hezbollah or Iran escalate the conflict into a full-blown war? For Hezbollah, the death of Nasrallah created a leadership crisis. He had been there at the center of every decision, including military, political, and financial. Losing him meant losing their stability. This opened up cracks inside Hezbollah. Some wanted immediate revenge, while others wanted to regroup and avoid being wiped out further. And for Lebanon, this could be the shift of politics. Hezbollah's dominance might weaken, giving other parties more space. But it could also lead to instability, as Hezbollah tries to prove it is still strong. For Iran, this was a painful blow. Hezbollah is Iran's most important weapon against Israel, and losing Nasrallah weakened Tehran's influence in the region. Iran now has to choose either to escalate tensions or quietly rebuild Hezbollah's strength. So what comes next? Hezbollah will likely appoint a new leader, but it will take time for them to rebuild the authority Nasrallah held. Retaliation against Israel is expected, and maybe in the form of rocket attacks, drone strikes, or operations by other groups that are backed by Iran. Israel, on the other hand, has shown its cards. It can strike anyone at anywhere if it chooses. But that power comes with the risk that one miscalculation could trigger a wider regional war. The Middle East is entering an uncharted territory. The death of Nasrallah could weaken Hezbollah in the long term, or it could fuel even greater violence. Whatever happens, one thing is certain. This was not the end of the conflict. It was just the beginning of a new chapter. The strike that killed Hassan Nasrallah will be remembered as one of the most dramatic moments in the long conflict between Israel and Hezbollah. It was not just about dropping bombs. It was about years of intelligence work, daring precision, and a gamble that paid off. For Israel, it was a victory, and for Hezbollah, a nightmare. But as you all know, wars are never won with just one strike. The death of a leader may weaken a group, but it rarely destroys it completely. Hezbollah will adapt, Iran will respond, and Israel will remain alert. This has shaken the Middle East, but the story is far from over. So, what do you think? Did Israel's strike truly change the game, or did it only make the region even more unstable? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Also, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel for more similar videos. Thanks for watching.